Hi, second grade. Today is lesson 59 for phonics, and we are going to start by alphabetizing words. So remember the last time that we did this, we underlined the first letter of every word to serve as like a guide word or a base. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Underline each letter. And then we go through and we say the alphabet. And we're looking at the guide letters first. So this just kind of helps us get organized. And so now we're going to say the alphabet slowly. And if we come across a guide letter with that letter, we will write it on the line. So we'll start with A, B, C. There is one word with C, clasp. Write that word on the line, clasp. I'll cross it out so I know that I've used it. D, yep, there's a D word, damp, damp. Cross it out. E, yep, there's one E word, effort. We continue through the rest of the alphabet. F, G, there's one word that starts with G. Now I'm going to pause the video and I want you to finish writing the rest of the words and then you can come back and check your work. All right, you should have finished alphabetizing your list. We left off with grim. So next you should have horse, which starts with the letter H. And then we skip I, J, K, L, go to M, mark, N, neck, O, odd, P, Q, R, rest, S, T, trade. Great job. All right, now we are going to practice spelling some words. On number 1, we are going to spell the word hound. Hound. Hound is spelled H-O-U-N-D. Hound. Number 2, let's spell the word throw. Throw. T-H-R-O-W. Throw. We talked about yesterday how O at the end of a word is O-W. And number 3, let's spell the word freshest. So let's start with fresh. F-R-E-S-H. And then let's add suffix est. E-S-T. Freshest. We will talk more about suffixes here in a few minutes. Now let's practice spelling some sight words. On number 4, we're going to spell trouble. Trouble. T-R-O-U-B-L-E. Trouble. Number 5, let's spell the word any. Any. A-N-Y. Any. And number 6, let's spell the word buy, like I will buy you a gift. Buy. B-U-Y. Buy. All right, you can set your worksheet aside for a few minutes. Now, I want you to look at the words that I have written on the board. Can you help me read these words? Teacher, blender, softer, softest, funny. All of these words have suffixes. Can you find them? Looking at these words, what are some of the suffixes that you see? All right, suffix ER in the first three words. What do you think suffix ER means? What do you think ER means? Like in teacher, blender. What do you think? So ER added to the end of a word can mean someone or something that does something. So for example, a teacher is someone who teaches. A blender is something that blends. Right. Now, what about the ER in the word softer? The suffix has a different meaning here. It's not someone that does softing. What do you think softer? What does ER mean? Yeah, it means it's more soft. If it's softer, it's more soft. But what about when we add EST to soft and we have softest? EST means the most soft. So ER and EST are related. When you compare two things, maybe like pillows, you use suffix ER to talk about which pillow is more soft, but you use EST when you compare three or more pillows. You talk about which one is the most soft. So an easy way that I like to remember this is softer. The suffix ER has two letters. So it's when you have two things. Okay, ER is when you have two things. EST is used when you have three or more. Okay. So suffix Y, like in the word funny, has a lot of different meanings. It can mean somewhat, as in the word chilly. It can also mean a state of, as in the word greedy. It can mean a place, like laundry, or it can mean small, like puppy. Do you remember what we do when we see a suffix at the end of a word? How do we code suffixes? Yeah, we put a box around it. So we will draw a box around the suffix and then we will code the root words like normal. Okay, the root word is the word that's left over. Okay, so in teacher, the ER is a suffix. It's someone who teaches. So now we can go back and code teach. So we have digraph EA. The E is making the long sound. The A is silent. We have digraph CH. Teacher. We do need an accent mark before the suffix here. Teacher, because the suffix ER has a vowel sound, so it's its own suffix. Or syllable, I'm sorry, syllable. Let's look at blender. We have suffix ER, put a box around it. Again, it's making its own syllable, so we'll put an accent mark. The only thing we need for blend is a brevy above the E. Softer has suffix ER. Again, it's its own syllable. And we need a brevy above this O. Softer. Same thing for EST. We're going to put a box around the suffix. Est has its own vowel sound, so it adds a syllable. Brevy above the O for soft, just like soft up here. And for funny, in this word, the Y is acting as a suffix because the root word is fun. Okay, so we cross out one N because we only say it once. Fun. look at where the accent mark goes. It goes before that silent letter. Then we'll put a brevy above the U. Funny. Funny. Okay, so to review, ER is comparing more or one who. So it's talking about comparing two things, or it's describing someone or something who does something. Suffix suffix ER. EST is talking about which one has the most. You're comparing three or more things. Remember, I told you that ER has 2 letters. It compares 2 things. EST has 3 letters. It talks about 3 or more things. And then we have suffix Y, which can mean full of something, like something, somewhat of something. Suffix Y has a lot of different meanings. So now let's go back to our practice page. We are going to spell some words with suffixes ER, EST, and Y. So on number 7, we're going to write the word frosty. 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 This means something is somewhat frost. It has frost on it. Number 8, let's spell the word shortest. 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 This is the most short when you're comparing 3 or more things. And number 9, let's spell the word farmer. Farmer. The suffix ER on the end of farm means someone who farms. Farmer is FARMER. Farmer. You can read and spell your high frequency words, and then I challenge you to use as many of those words to create a story on the back of your worksheet. And now we are going to practice coding on worksheet number 59. Okay, so we always remember, look for suffixes or final stable syllables before dividing or coding the words. So remember, if we find a suffix, we're going to put a box around it, and then we'll code the root word. Okay, so let's start coding. First, on number 1, we have suffix ER. So we're going to put a box around it, and I'm going to just go ahead and put the accent mark, just so I don't forget to do it later. And the root word in longer is long. The O is short, it needs a brevy, and there is digraph NG. Longer. Longer. Number 2 also has a suffix. Suffix ER, put a box around it. Just go ahead and put your accent mark. The root word is preach. So we have digraph EA to underline. The E is making the sound. The A is silent. We also have digraph CH. Preacher. Preacher. Number 3 also has a suffix. Suffix Y. Put a box around it. Go ahead and add your accent mark. We need a K back on the C, and we have diphthong OU. It's going to say ow. This word is cloudy. Cloudy. We have not matched any of our pictures yet. Number 4 has suffix est. Put a box around it, accent mark, brevy above the O, digraph NG. On number 1, we had longer. Number 4, we have longest. On number 5, I don't see a suffix. I also do not see a final stable syllable. So we'll go back to code. Okay, back on the C. And we have diphthong OW. This says ow. So this word is clown. Clown. And number 6, we have a suffix here. It's suffix S, which means there are more than one. Put a box around that. And then in the root word, we also have final stable syllable, DLE. So we actually had both a suffix and a final stable syllable. And we have a digraph, EE. Put a macron above the first E, cross out the second E. Needles. Needles. That S is making the Z sound. So we're going to draw a line through it. And that matches with our last picture. Now let's read the sentences together at the bottom of the page to answer the questions. Chad has a French horn lesson at 5 o'clock. He likes to go to his lessons and play his French horn. His teacher gave him work to do at home in math and reading. Chad must do his math and reading, so he will be free to take his French horn lesson. Number 7 says, the teacher gave Chad blank. What did the teacher give Chad? Homework. His teacher gave him homework. Number 8. What subjects will Chad do at home? What did he have homework in? His teacher gave him work to do at home in math and reading. And number 9, at what time is the French horn lesson? Was he going at 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, or 5 o'clock? His lesson is at 5 o'clock. Very good. Now you can join me on the homework page and I will tell you how many codes you need. On number 1, you need 3 codes. Number 2 has 4. Number 3 has 3. Number 4 has 6. Number 5 has 1. And number 6 has 5. So let me show you those numbers. 3, 4, 3, 6, 1, 5. Great job today, second grade.